TeaRon, you ready for the road trip? We're going back to Ohio.
What road trip?
Road
What
trip back
trip?
to Ohio.
What trip?
Right, what trip? The trip we're supposed to be taking in episode 4 of Royal Rules, Ohio.
It didn't. Did it happen? Did I miss it?
I felt like, did I blink? Did I fall asleep? Did I accidentally fast forward? Where was the trip? Y'all promised us we were going on a road trip to Athens, Ohio, I believe, where the Black alumni reunion was supposed to be going down at OU. Y'all are supposed to be having a time. Y'all said what happens at Black alumni reunion stays at Black alumni reunion. And that must
And
have been what happened
that's
because
exactly
we
what
didn't see a thing.
happened. That's
We
exactly
didn't
what
see a
happened
thing.
because
Mm-mm.
listen, OU was
Mhm.
like, y'all
No,
not coming and filming over here.
not on our time.
Not
No,
on
you're
our
not.
time. No, you're not. You're not bringing a camera over here. You can tell people about it, but that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Um, but it's
Mhm.
weird. It's weird though because I remember there were like clips of them sitting in like an auditorium or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like a quick flash, kind of scene thing, but it was like the girls were sitting in an auditorium, almost,
Mm-hmm.
like to go and see a speaker or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see that in this episode. We quickly got to tattoos and
Auntie drama that again I was like, did I miss a piece? Because why is this happening? When did the auntie drama start? When was this introduced? Was I asleep? Did I fast forward?
I
Did I miss an episode?
I now understand why they pushed Abigail so early, first episode,
Mm-hmm.
because they intend on pushing Abigail on us, Auntie Abigail, excuse me,
Yes. Yes.
throughout the season.
Yeah.
What is this storyline? This is so weird to me because it's unreal. What is
Yeah.
this storyline that they're trying to create around Auntie Abigail, who's supposed to be a secondary, tertiary character? Um,
Come on,
that she's
tertiary.
trying to blackmail Nana to set up Brenda to date her son.
Right.
What
It's
is
weird.
this? What is this?
It's weird.
I feel like
It's
that's the
very
most
strange.
ridiculous storyline ever. But I did enjoy the parents kickback.
Me too. I said, "Oh, this looks like my type of time. More of this, please."
Yeah, yeah. I did enjoy that.
Yes.
Getting to see just the adults interact and loosen up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
so far we've seen them be just like parental figures the whole time.
Yeah.
Not necessarily seeing them have their own thing, and that's probably because they want to. I'm so like telling this Brenda narration point of view angle. It doesn't work all the time, and that's case in point right here in this parents kickback scene is because how is Brenda going to narrate over that? That's not
It,
she's not there, she's not invited, she's not
no.
included. How does she
No.
narrate over that? How do you expect this to either be a show that is from her point of view, her story, or it's a show about the family and stuff they get into? Which
Right. I
is
didn't.
it?
I'm not understand. I'm with you. I don't understand the angle. And once we saw the parents kickback, I was like, this could be a different show.
An
Why
entirely
not
different show.
show the parents and show the auntie drama, maybe from each parent's perspective, and everyone has their own angle. And then, like you said, the show is about the family and not about
Yeah.
Brenda. Like we
Because
missed the
because
mark here. There's so much that could be shown because they could be showing, the perspective of first generation Ghanaian
yeah.
American kids, and then the parents who are like, okay, we grew up in Ghana, we have this background, we have this history, we're trying to make sure we instill this in our kids, but we are now living in America, have been for several decades at this point, and
Mhm.
this is how we live. I think it could have been cool to show both sides of that, and we're doing a little bit of that, but we're not doing it the right way.
That's because
We're
they
missing the
gave
mark.
all the camera time to GS.
Again, who is GS? Why is she here?
So much camera
No shade
time.
to you, sweetie, but why are you here?
So much
Why?
camera time. I also can see why Akili fell for Delali. That makes sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll leave it
Which
there.
part?
Huh?
Which part? Which part?
Just Delali. She went to go in. She went over. We actually went to Abigail's house this time.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, we don't get to see the estate that much. But when Delali showed up at Abigail's house, I said, "Okay, Akili, I get you."
Do you want to elaborate? What do you mean by that?
The Yansh was Yanshing. Akili himself told us how he was smitten by Delali.
We had a wedding. During the reception, I saw this beautiful lady walking majestically. Your booty was grada, grada, grada.
I like Akili.
So, there was some fun there. But it just quickly turned into performative mess. So when Abigail shows up to the kickback, suddenly she is putting on that she is trying to be the center of attention, even though she was, what's the other aunt's name?
Sheila.
They were at Sheila's house for the kickback.
Yeah,
and she wanted to come in and steal Sheila's thunder. She was just doing the most, and it was like they told her to do it, obviously.
But you know what? I'm not mad at Abigail because she's willing to go there.
Yeah,
she's willing to do the most. They just need to give her a proper storyline.
and the fact that she's not an Agyekum. It's
There's that.
It's wild. It's wild. What happened with the girls? So they got the tattoos.
Child, they got tattoos, which again, it's like y'all are just throwing stuff at us. Why did we need this? But apparently they wanted to get sister tattoos, to solidify their bond, which made me LOL because I was like,
your sisters.
Isn't it already
your sisters
solidified?
But
LOL, sure.
Siblings do that kind of stuff or whatever.
They do. They do. Mm-hmm.
Thelma's tattoos.
The fake ones or the real ones?
Exactly.
I thought that at the end there would be a big reveal and she would be like, "Oh, I was just playing, y'all. These are fake. Ha ha." But they never did that. And I was like, "So are we just supposed to act like these are for real?"
Please. Oh, please. I need Thelma to post a photo on her Instagram like this.
Yeah.
So we know.
From today, right now.
From today,
right now,
at this
Thelma.
moment. When you see this, speaking of when you see this, on our original review of the first episode of Royal Rules of Ohio, got 3 dislikes.
Did it really?
And so I'm thinking Thelma, Nana, Brenda.
Sounds about right.
Because it got way more likes, of course. But I'm just thinking,
ladies,
why would y'all do
like
that?
Don't do that.
Listen,
don't do that.
We just keeping it real over here. That's all. That's all. What else happened? Did we see Kofi?
We did not see Kofi. Kofi's in the preview for next week, so get excited. I know he's your favorite character.
Yes, I love somebody who's ready. That's why Abigail's slowly growing on me, because I love somebody who's just willing to play the villain.
And she's ready to play the villain and get in the mud. I just think they need to give her better lines, and they need to give her a better story.
Or
it's not a real story.
Quit trying to overproduce and direct what she wants to say.
Yeah, because I feel like she's gonna go there regardless. Yeah. She got it.
Irregardless.
Irregardless.
And then what else happened?
We have the tattoos. The daughters then, reveal their tattoos to their parents, who, of course, are shocked and appalled
and dismayed.
Oh,
here we go. Thank you for taking me to where we needed to be.
Where are we going?
I need to talk to my Ghanaian friends and ask them,
About the kneeling.
yes,
Mm.
it
Mhm.
was a bit much. It was a bit much. Um, there are some things that are different culturally, but
Mhm.
here's what I hate. Here's what I hate the most when it comes to um West African immigrants specifically who move to another country and namely let's say the US for since that's what we're doing,
Mhm.
and they have children and build a family or have children and grandchildren in a new country. And it's one thing to pass down your traditions and so on, but you have to acknowledge the move that you made as well,
Right.
and acknowledge the fact that you have American daughters that
Mhm.
will think and operate and do stuff differently. While you can respect your culture, it was too much. That they
Really?
could have cut that scene.
So that's interesting that you have that take because I honestly just thought it was performative shenanigans.
It
Like,
was
oh, let's
though. It was though.
yeah.
But but it's a minority community in the U.S.
Mhm.
that they're getting a huge opportunity, a huge platform here, and do you want to be painting things in this way for this community? This is how people will see the Ghanaian American community. You understand what I'm saying? Like some people
I
are
got
not
you.
going to go to the extent of really doing the research and finding out this, that, and the other. They're not
No.
going to do that work. They're going to
No.
watch this show and take it at face value. Most people will do that.
Mhm.
And if they see this happening, they're going to think that that is how it goes. I also think that from our lens, we're so used to the strong black woman narrative that seeing a situation where there are black women who are carrying out subservient behaviors when they don't have to can
Mhm.
be a conflict for us too.
Okay.
It just when I watched it, the scene went on a little too long. If there was more, if it was more humorous, and then it probably wouldn't have. But it went on too long, and it just was like I just felt uncomfortable watching it because it went on for
Hmm.
too long, and nobody seemed to really enjoy shooting that scene. To me,
Interesting take. I felt like they were just being silly, and I hear what you're saying, but I felt like watching that scene. I felt like at any given moment, those girls were just gonna bust out laughing because
yeah,
they
yeah,
knew it was ridiculous. They knew it was absurd. They knew that they probably in real life do not do that.
no,
They
of
don't.
course they
They
don't.
don't. That's not a thing. But they know that, like, oh, okay, this is like something that happens culturally. So let's throw this in here. Like we're throwing in all these rules and all these, different things. So I just felt like it was silly. I do think it was unnecessary.
And,
Like most of the
yeah,
scenes in the show. But here we are, episode 4 of Royal Rules Ohio. TeaRon, rating. How are you feeling? Any change this week?
so with that particular scene, and then also the scene with Delali talking to her daughters, which could have been a really warm, amazing scene.
Yeah.
Instead, she was hounding them about getting married for no reason.
Not reason.
And I understand that African mothers do this. But again, it's the lack of acknowledgement of the blending of cultures.
Hmm.
Um, and then there was also a line where Delali said something about them, just going out and doing things or making bad decisions. And she
Yeah.
said the one thing that I hate the most.
Listen, at the end of the day, I will just take you back to Ghana.
I know this is a thing that y'all do and say, y'all being specifically West African parents and probably other um, immigrant parents as well, is that they use their home country as a punishment.
Hmm.
They bring it up as a threat. It's not a good thing to do. And you got to think you're doing this to your child from the time that they are way little until they're an adult, and wonder why some of them don't even want to go back home or be there, right? And you all have a home country to go to. You all know where you come from, and
word.
you insist on making this a bad thing. You are effectively painting your roots in a bad light. You're putting a bad taste in their mouth. Why do that? And it happens all the time. I know of friends, Nigerian friends, for example, who got dropped off in Nigeria because they were being bad or they needed to, be taught a lesson. Got dropped off unknowingly to the point where you fly over, you go and visit your grandparents, you wake up in the morning, your parent is not there. And then a few weeks later you get a call from your parent checking on you that they're back in the US. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I get wanting to respect your traditions, be associated with your roots and stuff, but don't make it a bad thing. For that reason,
it's like treating the home country as a punishment versus a privilege, because like you said,
it is a privilege.
At least you know your home country, you know where you can go back to, you know where you're rooted in, where a lot of us, Black Americans, we don't have that privilege. So it's tough to see that, and I hear you that is like a common thing, and of course they threw that in the show.
Yeah.
Of course.
So if that was for us, my mom, our threat would have to be, we're gonna send you down south.
You going back to Georgia? Not Atlanta, deep Georgia.
Oh goodness. But for that reason though, I'm still gonna stay pretty low. I am gonna go up because I did enjoy the getting to see the parents wind down and not be so aggressive for a little bit. Of course, they took that back from us. So I'm gonna go back up to a Kevin Hart, and that's where I'm gonna be. What about you?
For me, I also really enjoyed the parents kickback. I want to be invited to the next one. Looks fun. Looks like my type of time. So I enjoyed that, and it made me look at the show a little bit differently. It made me say, "Wow, there were really opportunities here that we missed."
Yeah.
I was annoyed by the fact that we really glossed over this road trip going to OU Black Alumni Reunion. We hyped it up so much in the previous episode, and then kind of acted like it wasn't a thing.
And then they just ended up in somebody's backyard. Which they were probably already gonna be there anyway. Playing beer pong.
Yeah, like
wait. I'm sorry, not to even interrupt, but to that point, everybody that was in the previous scenes were also in this scene. I don't think they even went down there.
They didn't leave
because Michael was there. The bad boy of Columbus was there. GS was there. Same wig and
Nope, not doing it. No. We're not doing it. We're moving on. Nope. We already got 3 dislikes. We don't need 4.
GS would have come through and hit that other button.
We don't need 4 dislikes.
But Kofi and Abigail gonna like him.
It's true. Listen, Auntie Abigail, I'm here for you, girl. I'm here. They did you wrong. You need a better storyline, a better lines, but you can deliver. But yeah, I think I'm staying where I'm at. I think I'm staying where I've been for this. It's staying at a Kevin Hart for me. I'm hoping with these last couple of episodes that we can pick it on up and we can, end on a high note. We'll see. But as for right now, nothing's changed. I'm just here.
And just keep in mind that this is a American produced show about a Ghanaian family that is presented to an American audience first. And I think when you keep that in mind, because Hulu's not even available in Ghana, okay? There are ways, but Hulu's not available in Ghana.
Yeah.
So be mindful of who your initial audience is and that you are carrying the burden of a huge responsibility of showing a cross culture, if you will. And I don't think it should be taken lightly, even though this is supposed to be just a light reality show. There's still more to that. So that's my thing. This is a first time thing. So just keep that in mind. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next week, that's all we got for Real Rules Ohio.